Welcome back again, my dear students. Let's start with lesson number 4, unit number 1, visitors to Egypt. Okay, question number 1, saying work in pairs to do the quiz. Some tourists are trying to pay for something in a bazaar, but they can't understand Egyptian money. What should you do? We have two answers, letter A, letter B. Letter A saying you should help the tourists to count the right money. Letter B saying you shouldn't do anything because they will make the tourists feel bad if you help. I think the correct answer is letter A. Number 2, some tourists are lost. They are trying to find the museum. What should you do? Letter A saying you should give them the direction and draw them a map. Letter B saying you should walk away because someone else will come and help them. I think the answer of this question is letter A. Number 3, a tourist has lost his bag with his camera and passport in it. What do you say? Letter A saying don't worry, I will take you to the police station. Letter B saying you should be more careful. Tell him to be more careful. I think also this one, letter A, is the answer. Some tourists are trying to buy a train ticket. The assistant at the station doesn't speak English, and the tourists can't speak Arabic. What do you do? Letter A saying ask them what they need and tell the assistant in Arabic. Letter B, you don't do anything. If they needed help, they would ask. I think the most polite here to ask them what they want or what they need and translate it in Arabic to the assistant. Okay, we have done with this here. Work in pairs. If you answer B for all the questions above, you probably don't like giving advice. Is this true? I think we have done with letter A for all. Okay. Let's go to the review. Question number 1 here. Talk about tourist attractions and activities. Match the words and their meanings. Here, number 1, a sport you can do on water. I think it is windsurfing. An underwater activity. What is snorkeling? Underwater activity. A building where tourists can find out about a place. I think it is a tourist information center. An inexpensive place to stay on holiday. I think it is youth hostel. Number 5, a place where you can go shopping. It is a bazaar. Okay. Here, question number 2, saying use should or shouldn't to give advice. Complete the sentences with should or shouldn't. Number 1, you should buy a guidebook before you go to the city for the first time. Number 2, you should take photos for people you shouldn't here. You shouldn't take photos for people unless you ask them first. Look after your possessions. You shouldn't leave them on a bus or train. Number 4, you should always carry your passport with you when you are traveling because people sometimes want to check it. Ask for and giving recommendations. Okay. Is there a good place to go shopping near here? Yes, there are some very good shops next to the market. Number 2, do you recommend a boat trip? Yes, the boat trips are really good. Number 3, what is the best place to see dolphins? We can answer the best place to see dolphins is near the island. The best place to see dolphins is near the island. Number 4, Where do you suggest we stay in the city? Where do you suggest we stay in the city? I think the answer should be I suggest that you stay in the city hotel. I suggest that you stay in the city hotel. Okay, we have done now with unit number 1, visitors to Egypt, and I will try to do or to make some videos for the workbook also. Okay, thank you very much everybody, and goodbye.